Speaking of having fun without us, I believe that's the Carolina Hurricanes leading up to the trade deadline. Everybody in the East decided we are doubling down. We're going to have some crazy deals to get Timo Meier to come to us. That's what the Devils did. So we got the Islanders with Horvat. We obviously just mentioned Meier with the Devils. What we got?
Tarasenko, the Rangers.
And apparently they want Patrick Kane too. I've lost track of stuff, right? So
they're going to get Kane,
just about every team that is in a contender status in the East has made some kind of move. Meanwhile, the Carolina Hurricanes are sitting on $10 million in cap space because of the Max Pacioretty injury, and they're like, we're good. We're gonna Atlanta Braves this bad boy. We're just gonna keep doing our thing in the regular season and take our chances in the postseason.
Yeah, and as I wrote last week before a lot of these deals happened, other than the Horvat deal and the Tarasenko deal, there was an imperative to do something because that cap space is an expiring asset, and we know there's nothing Tom Dundon hates more than an expiring asset. But I also think they've been backed into a corner a little bit. You look at the price that Tampa paid for Tanner Jeannot today. Mm-hmm. I can't see the Hurricanes giving that up for anybody. Let alone a guy who's a third, fourth line forward. Kane got to call his shot. He's got a no trade clause. He wanted to go to the Rangers. The Rangers are moving heaven and salary cap earth to fit him in, and he'll go there Wednesday when they finally have the cap space. Mm-hmm. Timo Meier, the rumor has been for months that because of the relationship between Mike Grier and San Jose and the Devils organization, that Meier was always going to be a Devil, that deal was going to get done. And I look at what the Devils gave up, and I feel like the Hurricanes certainly could have been in that conversation. So, there's some of that going on there that is a little bit outside of their control. I think the thing they're going to regret is not necessarily not doing something now because, the players who are still out there, Nick Schmaltz, Adam Henrique is hurt. I don't know that there's anyone out there that's worth giving up what they would have to give up that can really help them now. I mean, there may be a guy like as I wrote, like a Dylan Larkin or a Pierre-Luc Dubois, who a team decides to move unexpectedly, who really helps you. But Winnipeg's in the playoff hunt, and Detroit thinks they can sign Larkin. So something would have to change drastically by Friday for that to happen. But the flip side to this is it worth doing something now? Was it worth doing something 2 weeks ago? Absolutely. Is it worth doing something now? I'm not sure it is as much. The other thing to remember is, look, Toronto gave up a ton for Ryan O'Reilly. That's a player who really could have helped the Hurricanes. Boston made the deal with Washington for Orlov and Hathaway. Neither one of those guys is going to help the Hurricanes a ton, but Boston's upgrading. And Tampa makes the Jeannot deal. Well, guess what? Only one of those three teams is making it to the conference finals because they're all going to end up playing each other. So there's a little bit of, oh my God, all these teams are doing stuff. All these teams are doing stuff. Well, yeah, but the Hurricanes aren't going to have to beat Toronto and Tampa and Boston. They're only going to have to beat one of those teams if they're going to win the Stanley Cup. So a lot of this is a little bit of sound and fury. Rangers could end up playing the Devils, in which case they cancel each other out. So it's not. Yeah, it would be. It's Messi is going to guarantee something there. It's not a huge deal that everybody's doing something. It's. I think the real issue here is that the Hurricanes. I don't necessarily think they waited. I think they were wanting to pay the prices they wanted to pay. Other people were willing to pay more. And that's part of the downside of taking a sort of value-based approach. And now they're kind of standing on the dance floor and nobody left to dance with.
Luke DeCock, News and Observer, joining us here on the OG and the Heister Automotive Group Hotline. That's Joe Obvious. I'm Joe Giglio. Luke, you'll get a kick out of this. The person I thought of today was Adrian Aucoin.
Yeah.
Because
Peter Laviolette's workhorse defenseman, 48 minutes a game.
I just remember when people lose, Canes fans getting upset. We didn't get Adrian Aucoin. And you had an interesting relationship with Jim Rutherford. It's probably improved since he's gone. But I just remember him saying these people are mad, but we didn't get Adrian Aucoin. He's not even that good. I don't know. I can't vouch for Timo Meier and some of these other guys that were out there today. But it does. I'm getting flashbacks of Adrian Aucoin. He's not even that good. What are we giving up? What are we doing?
I think Timo Meier would have replaced Pacioretty. He would have helped the Hurricanes. That said, adding a top six wing does make guys move around. You're going to have to demote Seth Jarvis. You're going to have to demote Teuvo Teravainen. I mean, that adding a wing would have messed with the chemistry. They still could, but the other thing is if you add a center, that's going to bump Jesperi Kotkaniemi down. Mm-hmm. He's playing really well right now. The fourth line's playing really well right now. And that's an argument that people have made to defend not doing anything. My argument is, look, you saw Pacioretty get hurt. You've had a couple guys, Aho, get hurt this year. Even if you don't play them now, if you can add a top six winger, if you can add a center, that's going to help you. And I still think, regardless of everything that's happened, they need to add a third pairing defenseman. They just need, you don't want to be in a playoff series having to play Dylan Coghlan.